Hi everybody, I'm Danielle from Inspire Me to DIY, a blog writer and a boutique owner. But before I did all of that, I was a physical therapist assistant for 30 years. So that being said, was trying to look online for videos for the very debilitated patient, say somebody that's just coming out of surgery or somebody that's been um, debilitated for a long time. These are very, very simple exercises, and I hope that as a caregiver or as the patient, these are going to be easy for you to follow. It's just a series of a few exercises that done every day is really going to help your journey becoming a more healthy person. So let's get started. This is my guest bedroom, so I'm hoping that it photographs okay. So first of all, your patient is going to be laying down, and remember, they're very debilitated. Or if you are the patient, remember, you didn't get this way overnight, so you're not going to get better overnight. First of all, we're going to start with some simple heel slides. And all that is you bring your heel up and you bring your heel back down. Now, if gravity is an issue for you and you're not able to pull up and down, then I suggest my trusty garbage bag. You can either, I used to do physical therapy, home health, so I would carry a bunch of things with me, but it was nice to have a garbage bag because it didn't take up a lot of room, nor was it heavy to carry. Now, there's two ways of doing this. Let me see if I can get it right. First of all, undo your garbage bag, but if you're the caregiver, place your patient's foot on top of it, and you might have to hold it down because it might ride up and down, but then they're just going to be able to slide it up and down. If this is still an issue for them, you might need to help them by gently raising it for them and having them slide it back down. I suggest you only do 10 of these to start for two reasons. One, it might fatigue the patient too quickly, and two, if it's too hard for them, they're going to quit, and you don't want that, and neither do they. So you need to make this as easy as you can to start. If they can't do 10 all at once, then you do 2 or 3, you take a little break, and then you continue on for there. My patients would get excited when they could see that they did one more today than they did yesterday. So even if you have like a little chart, something like that, that will motivate your person, then by all means. Okay, so I've just done 10 of these. Now it might be easier for them to bend the opposite leg. That way they can kind of push down on that to slide this one up. And then you're going to switch and do the same thing on the other side. And these are called heel slides. Okay, the second exercise is you're going to have them either pillows under their knees or under their ankles, because you want to get the legs up just a little bit. I don't know how much you can see my feet. Maybe I'll slide up. And these are just called ankle pumps, and they're just pumping down and pumping up. And you really want to get a good stretch on each end of that. And this right here, if they do 10 million a day, it's not too many, because this is what pumps the blood from the feet back up. And if you're the caregiver, if it's your patient, or if you are the patient, you want to get that blood flowing as fast as possible, as well as the lymph for your lymph nodes. So doing this back and forth, you can alternate, you can go together, you can play a song, and they can do this to the length of the song. But in the beginning, is that my cat? That's my cat, sorry. In the beginning, just maybe 5 or 10. And this this way. This is something they can do laying in bed. This is something they can do sitting up in a chair. But like I say, you cannot do too many of these. You really want to get that blood flowing. So that's your second exercise. Remember, the first one is heel slides, and then we have our ankle pumps. The next exercise is, you might need your garbage bag again, but you're going to put it out, and these are your ab and adduction, or your out and back in. And the plastic bag is good for that as well. You're going to go out and back in. Now, see, it's kind of bunching up when I come back in, so you might need to have somebody put that or hold that for you when you're going out and in. Another thing that helps is if you put a paper plate under your heel. Hi, baby. Put a paper plate under your heel and just go back and forth with that. This is going to be one of those harder exercises. So by taking the opposite foot or opposite leg and bending it, then you can go out and back in a little easier, because you can push down with this leg as you're doing it. This is my assistant. So that is exercise 3. Again, start out with only a couple and then build up from there. All of these exercises, ideally 3 sets of 10 in the morning, afternoon, and night. But you're not going to start there, because this is going to be a rough road. So you're going to go out and back in. Exercise 3. Okay. Don't think I'm going to need that anymore. Watch, I probably will. This time I'm going to put a few more pillows and really get under my knees to where my legs are falling off or bending. So with this one, this is just knee extension, where you're going to extend and back down. And just that. This exercise is a little easier if there's enough support under the leg. And you're going to do a few of each side. And they can alternate if that's easier for them, or they can do all the exercises on one leg and then go to the other leg. So that is exercise 4. I got to keep saying that so I don't forget where I am. That is exercise 4. The last exercise, laying down, and this one, and when I say laying down, I mean laying on your back. There's exercises for laying on your side and on your stomach, but these are the easiest exercises, the most basic exercises for laying on your back. And the last exercise of that, and it's pretty advanced compared to the rest of these, is you're going to bend your opposite leg and then come up straight with it. And just like it sounds, this is a straight leg raise. So if you can get them, or you yourself can get 3 of them on the first day, wow, you're really doing something. And you might only get it up to here and back down. Try not to let it flop like that. You're going to try to control it up and control it down, because all of these muscles, you're working your core as well as your legs with this one, and your mind. So this is the last exercise. So again, let's review. The first one is your heel slides, up and down. And then you have your ankle pumps with a pillow under your feet, under your ankles. And then you have your ab and adduction, or your out and in exercises. That's 3. 4 is with the pillow under your knee, and you're just going to straighten and bend. Those are your knee extensions. And then 5, the mother lode of them all, is this one. So ideally, if you can get to 3 sets of 10, you're doing really well. You're not going to start there. You didn't get debilitated overnight, unless it was a surgery or a critical event, then you did. But it's a rough road coming back. If you do every day, and maybe every day do just slightly better than you did the day before, you're going to do great. So hopefully put me some comments and let me know if these were any help to you at all. Again, my name is Danielle. I am from Inspire Me to DIY. I write a blog and a home decor and DIY blog. And I'm a boutique owner, Inspire Me Fabulous. But previously, I worked in physical therapy for 30 years. So hopefully this was helpful to you. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.